Hi guys, in my last video I explained how ADHD affects a person's sleep. Now in this one I'm going to be talking about the difficulty of keeping quiet, which is a very common thing that people with ADHD struggle with. And when I say common, I mean pretty much everyone who has ADHD. Anyway, before I get into it, usual mention, if you like the content and want to see more, follow me here on TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, comment, questions in the comments, and also requests because they're very, very useful. Now let's get into it. Right, so if you're someone with ADHD, you totally get what I'm saying, right? It's literally that. You find it incredibly difficult to keep quiet. Now it has to do with the stimulation in the brain, which again comes down to the huge hyperactivity part in ADHD, because your brain is constantly seeking stimulation, and for that reason, even in calm environments, say if you're in a room completely on your own even, or just you and one or two other people, someone with ADHD will find it nearly impossible to sit still, to keep quiet, despite the calmness around them. Okay, so it's not just outside sources, it's not just the environment that's making them restless. Like if you're in a theme park, there's lots of activity, there's lots of rides, there's lots of fun, there's lots of stimulation, and then someone with ADHD will be super hyperactive, super invested in the situation, be bouncing from here to there, be very impulsive. It doesn't just come down to what's happening around them, it comes down what's going on inside the head as well, hence why calm room is still super restless. Now, because of that, yes, people with ADHD find it very difficult to keep quiet, which can be a problem because it means that you're often going to blurt out answers or responses, you're going to interrupt others, you're going to have difficulty waiting your turn. Now, it's like my brother, one of them, well, all of them have these issues, but one of them has, because he has a more severe form of autism as well, so all in all his symptoms in general seem to be more heightened, he finds it near impossible. So if he wants to tell me something, or he wants to tell our parents something, then he'll go, oh, guess what's happened? And if they're in the middle of a conversation, he won't care, okay? It's not his fault. I say he won't care, and that sounds bad, but what I mean is, he just really feels like he really, really needs to say what's on his mind, right? So he'll walk up and he'll start talking about it despite the fact that they're in the middle of a conversation. And if you tell him, hang on, let me finish my conversation, he'll still be itching to say it, and he'll still try to say it, or he'll say it over you, he'll rush it. Now, part of that also comes down to, of course, symptoms of autism, which is something I'll discuss in later episodes. But for now, I'm trying to focus on the ADHD bit. So, now for me, the best way I can describe when I have it is, if there's something I was highly invested in, something I really, really want to say, I feel like I have to say it now, and I have to wait for someone to stop talking or to stop studying or whatever they're doing, if they're already a bit preoccupied, to talk to me. I'll find it very, 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 very difficult not to just go ahead with what I want to do, what I want to say. Which means it kind of feels like, well, impulse is the only word for it, really, because it's like it's on the tip of the tongue. It's right there. You've got to say it. So say if I found out a really cool fact about a character I like in a book or in an anime or in any kind of show or game, and I go to my brother, I'm like, please, and he's studying. I'll be like, okay. Now, over time, if you develop strategies and methods, you're going to get better at managing this and kind of consciously telling yourself, wait, it's impolite, it's kind of like manners, it's impolite to interrupt, and it's rude to like distract them or to destroy their focus, and it's not very pleasant, so don't do it. But even then, I will be standing there and I'll be thinking, I'd be like itching to say it's like it's about to burst out of you any second, and the second then I'm allowed to say it, it comes flooding out, literally flooding. And you may become very, very impatient as well. So it's like the funny stereotypical like road trip thing, when the kid's in the back scene's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Basically like that. So it'll be like me standing there, and either in my head I'll be thinking, are you done? Are you done? Are you done? and I'll have to try really hard not to say out loud, "Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?" So basically nagging. Now, because of things like that, difficulty keeping quiet, and also the impatience when that comes into play, kids with ADHD more often than not get accused in school of being misbehaved, of being naughty. A lot of the behaviors that come with ADHD get viewed as disruptive behaviors. They are disruptive, you can't deny that, but they get viewed as if the kid themselves are being naughty or misbehaved, or they haven't been taught well by their parents or brought up well, which is not true, okay, because they can't help it. And a lot of the time it doesn't dawn on them that they're doing anything wrong or that's annoying anyone. And then when it does, because their heightened sensitivity that comes with both ADHD and autism, depending if you have one or both, that can make that kid feel particularly guilty or frustrated or hurt. So you got to keep that in mind. And I think it's very unpleasant when that happens in school. It happened to me plenty of times. Lots of times teachers accused me of being disruptive, misbehaving, and I would get rows and punishments for it, like detention, all the time. And so have my brothers before. And of course, the teachers who understand what they're looking for understand that it's not malicious, it's just impulsive. That's the difference. So, yeah. So I think that's the best I can cover, I suppose, with difficulty keeping quiet. Anyway, the next lot of behaviors, especially in adults, that I'll cover next are going to be focusing more on the inattentive side of things, the attention deficit side of things, because currently the behaviors I have been discussing mainly have to do with the hyperactivity part of ADHD. Next is the attention part. So if you're interested in checking that out when I get to it, then please, as I said earlier, follow here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, comment, questions in the comments, and requests. Oh, and if you're up for it, repost, because then I can spread more awareness, increase my follower ratio, and voila, I'll be a happy camper. Until then, see you.